Margie and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make bananas dipped in chocolate. And I also have ice cream, little squares of ice cream. I got Neapolitan and I cut it up to make chocolate, and strawberry and vanilla squares of chocolate, squares of ice cream dipped in chocolate. And we also have, I made like a kebab with marshmallows and cake actually, and a blueberry pound cake. And bananas in there, all dipped in chocolate. So I'm going to tell you how to get started doing that, and I'll be back in just a moment. I also have little tiny pieces of banana for a little snack. So we're going to have some fun. So we'll take a couple of bananas. I'm just going to take 2. Save the rest. And let me show you what I want to, just how to make a banana, dip bananas with just the plain banana on the stick. And then I have things that we can include later, like I have some pieces of cake, I have some marshmallows, and I have some ice cream pieces that we can put on the sticks as well. Okay, so what you can do is you can make a banana, you can take a stick. These sticks just come at a supply store for a candy shop, and it's always a good idea to use one that doesn't have a point, because I have apple sticks as well that I just think that could be a little bit lethal for kids if they're walking around with them. So you can take a stick like this, or you can take a popsicle stick that has it's flat, has a round end. That's good, and you can stick the stick all the way up. But I don't want to do a whole banana because I think that's really too much. So I'm going to do a half a banana, and you just want to take the stick and try to be where the banana is the thickest. Okay. So now I actually have a shorter stick for a shorter banana. So we'll just put that on instead of this long stick. That's kind of silly. Okay, so now this banana here, I'm going to cut into smaller pieces because I'm going to use that later with the cake and ice cream and marshmallows. And okay, now we can also make some little tiny ones, so if you're just sitting around the house one night and you want to have a piece of a banana and chocolate, you can just have one little serving, actually not even a serving is like a half a banana, but this is just like a little taste, a little snack. Now I've taken a plate and I put some plastic wrap on it, and I'm going to freeze these bananas for a while, because if you don't, and when you go to dip them, of course that didn't just do it, but when you put the chocolate on the banana can slide off of the stick. So it's a good idea to just let them freeze up a little bit, and the saran wrap will keep them from sticking to the plate later. So what we've got here is, now this is 3 cups of melted chocolate, and to this melted chocolate I've added about 2 good teaspoons of just oil, like canola oil or vegetable oil. It just helps to thin it down a little bit. And this 3 cups of melted chocolate is probably 6 cups of discs. So we'll start with our bananas, and I actually covered the bananas with some plastic wrap as well. Now instead of there's a little bit of ice on there, maybe just brush it off. Instead of sprinkling the nuts on the chocolate, okay, when I'm done, okay, I'm just going to shake a little bit of the chocolate off. I'm just going to lay it down in the nuts. And then I guess you could sprinkle some on the top if you want. But this way, that when the chocolate drips or kind of flows down on the banana, it will also pick up nuts. So just go ahead and dip your banana. See, now it's frozen, the banana won't fall off. we hope. Okay, so get as much off as you can. You don't need it to be too thick. And then just put it down and sprinkle some on it. Or you don't need to have nuts. Okay. These are the little bites. I mean, as you see, it's pretty easy, right? Like I said, I can just lay it down on the saran wrap if I don't want nuts. Or you can put anything, coconut, peanuts. Peanuts is a good idea. I have some peanuts, but I don't have them chopped. That would be a really great idea. That was such a good idea. I just put some peanuts in. There's a chocolate chip in there. I just put some peanuts into a container, and I use my little handheld blender. So we'll just pour some out on here. Chocolate chip got in there. Wouldn't be the end of the world. At least we'll have one banana with some peanuts on it. And if you wanted to, you really could even dip one again, but I'm not going. Let me show you. When you use saran wrap or plastic wrap on your paper instead of using the parchment paper, see how shiny the bottom is? Okay, so now we have a banana with quite a bit of nuts on the outside. Sort of the same thing. I do that the same way with my dipped apples. I will also put, I dip the apples and put them right into the nut. That way any caramel that falls down off of the apple goes into the nuts, and that's what's really so good. If you want to put a little bit more, if you want to put a little bit of nuts, just dip one side of it like that and go ahead and just pop some on there. So now we've got bananas and marshmallows, and there's strawberry ice cream and vanilla and chocolate. And what you can do is you can start with a piece of cake, and you want to do it the skinny way, so when you dip it, it's not sticking way out. And you can put a banana on, and maybe, this was Neapolitan ice cream, so that's strawberry. Okay, and then you can squish another banana on. Whoop, I forgot my marshmallow. Let's put the marshmallow on, and a banana. So there's your that's a little skewer of different kinds of goodies, and you'll keep that frozen. So now I've got the long ones with the cake and the banana and the marshmallow and ice cream. So because I can see that this is not like the same height, I'm going to add a little bit more chocolate to this, but at the same time you don't want to put too much in because then it'll overflow. So let's see how much of this. But I have a spoon here that I can put some on. Okay, so obviously, or what I can do actually is I can, if I don't want to spoon it on, I can just put this over my chocolate and do like as if I was making a pedophore. Okay, so just let that all drip off, and you can sprinkle a few nuts on there. I'm not sure I would lay it down because then it really picks up a lot of nuts. So now what I have are my ice cream. That's a little vanilla, a little strawberry. So I'm going to go ahead and dip that. We have to kind of work a little quicker with the ice cream because we don't want it to melt. Okay, let's put that down. It should, I just took a stick and stuck it into the ice cream. I had made squares out of the ice cream. I just took the ice cream out of the box, and with the knife I just cut it into squares, and I refroze it. If you want to put a few peanuts, a few pecans on, you can do that. And I have some peanuts here. Let's just do it really quickly. There's a few peanuts. Thank you for joining us today to make frozen bananas dipped in chocolate. And if you do have some bananas that have little tiny speckles like this in your kitchen and you don't feel like eating them, You can freeze them in a freezer bag, and you can save them for another day, and you can collect them and dip them in chocolate. So thank you again for joining us, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.